Hello, what's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to y'all. I'm amazed it's spoiler season. I'm still remembering the days of the week. That doesn't happen very often. Welcome, everyone. What is up, Molecule, Psycho, Magi? I'm a Street, Titan Whale, Betty Bot, Avion, Zelda Zach, of course. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, man. I hope your day gets better, Matthew. Good night. I'm glad you're here. My day got awesome today for one reason. And before we talk about anything else, I gotta give a huge shout out to Divergent T. Apparently, it's a SD server. So Divergent T, I tweeted a Samuel and Freddie. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for our new subscribers. So a few days ago, I tweeted that I wanted a hypergeometric calculator. The calculator that we pull up. The calculator that we pull up on stream to prove how unlucky we are. I wanted a t-shirt of that, and apparently they follow me on Twitter. It's a Magic player, and they're like, hey, I'd love to make that shirt for you. So in the mail today, I don't know how well you can see it, I have it's a literal calculator that we pull up on the stream. It is a t-shirt version of it. So I got super hooked up. So huge shout out to Divergent T for making my day with a hypergeometric calculator shirt. Yeah, so that was thrilling. Tonight for the stream, I don't know what we're going to play. Here's where I'm at. I posted this straw poll. I made a straw poll command. I figured I couldn't decide which of these standard decks I want to play. And now we're going to talk about Commander, because I feel a bit of a Commander rant coming on. Just a little Commander rant that we're going to play. So, vote in the straw poll. Here's the options. We're going to go over the options. We're going to do reminders. We're going to do a little Commander rant and look at the spoilers. And then we're going to play some magical cards. So, here's the options that are on the poll. Option 1. This Gruel Incinerator deck, which it's it's Gruel mid-range for the most part. The part that's spicy is Chandra's Incinerator. This is a card that's really good in older formats. I didn't think it could work in standard, but this deck, it's got some shocks. It's got some Royal Eruptions. Tectonic Giant technically deals non-combat damage. Terror of the Peaks deals non-combat damage. So in theory, we can make our Incinerator cheap, and then once we have Incinerator, it's actually kind of hilarious. Like, let's say we have Terror of the Peaks, and we cast Incinerator. Incinerator deals 6 to our opponent with Terror of the Peaks, also lets us deal 6 to a creature, so it's actually like a pretty good-looking Incinerator deck for standard. So that's one option on the poll. So that's one of the options, and we might get to multiple decks. Option 2, I know we have tried Sultai Kicker before. This is a build of Sultai Kicker someone 5-0 to league with, so apparently it's actually functional. Similar to ours, Coral Hump Commander was a card we were missing, actually very similar to the Budget Magic build that we played, so that is also on the list. The return of Sultai Kicker, hopefully good this time. Leo's Dew, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. We also have a new donation, which I'm getting to, I promise, super quickly. Also on our list, Abzan Nethroi. I love a Nethroi. One of my favorite cards in standard. This build has a million one-ofs to reanimate with Nethroi. So we're filling our graveyard with Mire Tritons, with Fiend Artisans, with Skull Prophets. Then we can do ridiculous things. We reanimate Grey Merchants. We reanimate Pelukradoses. We get back Luminous Broodmoths to sack stuff to Woe Strider, sack even more stuff. So if you like graveyard shenanigans, Abzan Nethroi is the vote for you. Then we have Mono Black Enchantments, which actually looks kind of sweet too. It's an Ephemia deck, so Ephemia, Hateful Eidolon. We have Demonic Embrace, one of the newer additions to the deck. Going Aggro, Skyclave Shade Free, Cursive Threats. So those are the decks on the poll. Get your votes in, and we will start off with whatever deck gets the most votes. The straw poll command will take you there. So vote for what you want to see first. Hopefully we get to multiple decks tonight. So we have a new donation from Quantum, $29 donation. Tonight is your 29th birthday. Let's play some Modern. Quantum, we're already set for standard tonight, and huge happy birthday to you. But I promise you, there's a lot of Modern coming up on YouTube, and we'll play some Modern next week on stream. So I promise, belated birthday present. I will do it for you. But thank you so much for the donation, and huge happy birthday. So we got the poll. Let's do our reminders. Then we gotta do a tiny bit of ranting and looking at Commander Legend. Then we're gonna play Magic. So replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the the old streams, including this one in the future and the band bracket, if you missed any of that. Normal YouTube, obviously, Goldfish Commander. We got daily spoilers going up every day. There was a sweet Cherix against the odds yesterday. Some Crim action today. Tomorrow, much ado, we are heading to Modern for some tribal action. I won't tell you which tribe, but tribal action in Modern for much ado tomorrow. So keep an eye out for all that. Commander Clash tomorrow as well. A reminder that our sponsor tonight, oh my god, I spelled that horribly. Our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And maybe you need some sweet Commander Legend cards. Or not so sweet Commander Legend cards. Whatever ones you like. Doesn't matter to me. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. So thank you to Card Kingdom for hooking us up. Otherwise, the Discord is new and improved. Check it out if you're interested. The merch page has tokens, t-shirts, playbats. Good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations. Always appreciated. We already got one, a birthday one. Thank you so much. Never required. $2 more gets your message read on stream. So those are our reminders. Our deck voting is happening. Where are we at with the voting? Let's peek at the voting, and then we will talk about a little bit about Commander Legends, and we'll play Magic. Let's see where we're at with the voting for now. Right now, wow, Dark Horse candidate. Honestly, I was not expecting Mono Black Enchantments to do so well. But right now, Incinerator's at the bottom with Sultai Kicker. Nethroi in the middle in Mono Black Enchantments. Coming out on top with 99 votes. Well, you can still vote. Get your votes in while we are talking a little bit about Commander Legends, and then we'll start playing Magic. So, Commander Legends, new cards are coming out. The set is sweet. The set is super sweet. We just got another $50 reprint. Squirrel Rack. I don't even know how much this cost today. $100, I think. Close to $100. So they're juicing the Mythic reprints. This is a rare reprint that's $50 in Staff of Domination. So they're printing really cool cards. There's a ton of sweet build-around commanders. In general, I think Wizards has done an amazing job of not just invalidating old cards, but rather printing cool builds around, powering up other archetypes. However, what's Mono Red Stacks? It's a deck I haven't got to work yet, Zach. However, just a minute ago, they spoiled Jeweled Lotus, and this is a card that actually, kinda made me cringe a little bit. To me, and I want your opinion, chat, but to me, Jeweled Lotus is exactly what I don't want them to print. These are the kind of auto-include Commander staples that reference Commander and are designed to be shoehorned into every deck of the format that just drives me crazy. I hate these cards. So Jeweled Lotus, 0 mana, sack and add 3 mana of any color, spend the mana only to cast your commander. So it's a literal Black Lotus, but it only casts your commander. I feel like this is a card that you will play in a very high percentage of decks. Maybe every single deck. It is limited to only casting your commander. Obviously better with a million partner commanders, you have more flexibility, but that does busted things. It just plays your commander so ridiculously fast. It's so easy. Picture turn 1, land, Soul Ring, Jewel Lotus, Golos or something. There's a lot of combinations where this just does busted things absolutely ridiculously. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Jeweled Lotus personally, but rant aside, in general, this set has been way better than I expected. I was expecting a ton of Jeweled Lotuses. I figured that was the direction Wizards would go, was just Jeweled Lotuses and Arcane Signets, and busted, push. You can never get to play your old Legends because the new ones are so much better than the old ones. But instead, Wizards took an amazing line with this product, I think. We got Yurlok, Mana Bird Commander. Who would have thought? It's a janky, weird, probably not very good, but super sweet to build around commander. So that's just one example. We have meme cards, the return of Kobolds with a Kobold Legend, and many of the new commanders, especially the 3-color ones, which I'm scrolling around trying to find some more of them, but many of them are cool build arounds. Blim, that is one of the sweetest cards to build around, Evil Zedru, the Liesa, whatever it is, really sweet, life switching commander. So I feel like Wizards, Zara is a reverse sneak attack, reverse versus Perforos commander. So I feel like Wizards absolutely nailed it with like a huge percentage of the set, but they couldn't resist Wizardsing a little bit with the Jeweled Lotus. So I was hoping we would miss out on that completely. Obviously the art's cool, and it is a cool reference to an older card, but I would rather just have them reprint like actual Black Lotus. Get rid of the reserve list, reprint Black Lotus. If you want people to play Commander, make it legal in Commander and go from there. Kenton for the win. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Well, last chance to get your vote in for our first deck. It's close. Mono Black Enchantments, Abzan, Nethroi. I'll give you another like 30 seconds to get your votes in. Then we're going to start playing Magic. We will probably run back the poll partway through if we want to switch decks, so we will see. So what do y'all think of Commander Legends? Like, how hyped are you? What do you think of this set? What do you think of Wheel of Misfortune? I feel like Wheel of Misfortune it's sweet. It still doesn't fix the problem, which is Wheel of Fortune is on the reserve list, and it's $1 million, and it's the best at what it does, and you want it for basically every red Commander deck. While Wheel of Misfortune is a cool, like, secondary Wheel of Fortune, I don't want MTG Finance to point to and be like, oh, it's okay for us to buy out Wheel of Fortune because you got budget replacements. No, it's not as good. It's not the same card. So I like Wheel of Misfortune. I like the multiplayer aspect of it. I think it's a decent card, but I also don't think that it is like an excuse to not do something about the reserve list cards we need. So yeah, it definitely looks way better than I was expecting too. House of the Dead, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. All right, last call for votes. Abzan, Nethroi sneaking ahead of Mono Black Enchantment. So we might be starting with that. Get your votes in now. We're going to start playing Magic in just a few seconds. So last chance, last call. Get your votes in. The polls are closing. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's week been? Are we ready for some Magic? I'm definitely super hype. Wasted Life, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and polls closed. Get in your votes. And it looks like by a single vote, we're starting with Abzan, Nethroi. So, wow, that was a close one. Thank you for voting, everyone. Thank you for voting. So Abzan, Nethroi, deck number 1. Abzan, it does one vote mattered. If you needed encouragement to go out to the polls next Tuesday, or early vote, whatever, beforehand, depending on your state, that's an example right there. A single vote shifted what deck we were playing, so it does matter. Elif, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So, here's what we got going on. Abzan, Nethroi. Big payoff, Nethroi. We're stocking our graveyard. We're reanimating stuff with Nethroi. Hopefully getting back like a Sack Outlet, a Grey Merchant, a Luminous Broodmoth, all kinds of sacrifice shenanigans. Maybe just winning the game on the spot when we reanimate stuff. So that's the main goal of the deck. I mean, that's the plan. We also have in the sideboard, Duress for Control, Arachneer for Rogues, Hushbringer, also good against... Actually, what is this good against? What are we Hushbringing at the moment? I'm not exactly sure. But Hushbringer, Scavenging Ooze, Thrashing Montrodon, Vivian is a good Planeswalker for grinding matchups, Massacre Worm, Kolga removal creatures, a Garrick, big top end in grinding matchups. We have another new donation from... Boy, 2 donations already today. Thank you so much, everyone. From Kenton FTW. Seth, I gotta be honest, I am so tired of Soul Ring. I hate it. Why is the dub card not 25 cents at this point? Pretty every year and everyone uses it. I hate it. Thanks for the content. So Soul Ring, I mean, the reason it's expensive is because everyone plays it. It is the single most played card in Commander, and it's not even really a little bit close. It is so far and away the most played card. I was looking at EDH Rec. Soul Ring is in like 75% of decks. The next most played card, 75 decks of the decks it could be in, which is any deck because it's colorless. The next most played card is, I think, Cultivate at like 51%. That's in 51% of green decks, which kind of blows my mind. To me, that means like half of green decks are misbuilt because I kind of feel like every green, like almost every green deck should play that. But that shows how dominant Soul Ring is. Like, it is just the ultra E-ist of staples. So it gets reprinted all the time, but it's still very expensive. Scourge of the Skyclave is just a little aggressive for what we're doing in this deck. Like, we're kind of more of a graveyard mid-rangey deck. I do like Skyclave as a way to fight against rogues. I think that would be the big upside of it, is just something we can mill over and get back. Thank you again for the donation, Ketten. Yeah, I mean, that's why we banned Soul Ring on Commander Clash. I think it's partly for content, although even if it wasn't for content, I would still push for it to be how it was banned. Content is a big part of it because, and I think that's going to happen with the new Lotus too, and I think that's why it'll probably be house banned on Commander Clash, is you really don't want to like try to make a video and have one person just run away with the game because they drew one lucky card out of the 100 in their deck. So that's the biggest reason that everyone agreed to house ban it. Although I think that Commander is just better without the fast mana. Like, my personal preference is that Soul Ring, like basically all the free mana rocks, or mana rocks that are, I think in general, mana rocks that immediately tap for more mana than they cost. I would be in favor of them pretty much all being banned. I can see, like, maybe Grim Monolith is okay. That's technically not house banned, but I think it's so expensive that no one plays it on Commander Clash. Oh no, Filberto! My apologies! Oh, I'm sorry. Big apologies. Filberto! Let's see if can we play everything? Play this. 1, 2. Play this. Filberto! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Run out everything. Yeah, Wheel of Misfortune is really sweet. Yeah, we're talking a little bit about the Lotus already. Hey, good afternoon, Terry. How are you? No, there's a new black Lotus for Commander. Jeweled Lotus. Yeah. Bone it, plays them out, and grows the dorks. How's everyone been enjoying Standard still? Like, I've still been actually really enjoying Standard. Although I've started to play a lot more Modern. You'll start to see a lot more Modern on the YouTube over the next week. I've been playing, personally, like, a roughly even mix of Commander and Modern. Rob Rotherich, sure. Opponent can't really get in, though, right? Like, you get him a Bone Crusher. Can't get in with the other stuff, but we'll take that. That's fine. And then Kenrith seems insane. Play Kenrith. Scryland. Pathway bottom. Alright, Mono Red. Can you beat a Kenrith? Yeah, 3 free mana seems insane. Oh, ugh. Okay, I guess they can beat a Kenrith. Huh. Interesting. And that, oh my, really? Is main deck a Crownward thing people are doing? Is this an actual thing that people do? Oh, we're done. We're done. Oh, that's so brutal. Oh no. Well, we draw a Gilded Goose. We play a Gilded Goose. We play another Fiend Artisan. We play the Pathway on white. Oh, no! I are dreaded! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. And then this also rests our board? That's so crazy. Maybe a Crown War is just a lot better than I realized, and everyone should be playing it all the time. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Oh, my goodness. Oh, we had it if they did have a Crowan War of all things. Rampaging Milk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Shatter Skull. Wow. All right. So kills a Fiend Artisan. Opponent. Attacks with everything. Well, sack of food gains some life. Up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to have to attack. And then we're going to lose. Wow, a Crowan War's insane. Why doesn't anyone ever play a Crowan War? That seems absolutely absurd. Well, I think we just got to top deck Nethroi right this turn. Or a Pathway. Alright. Well, I mean, the one card win. Wow, that was absurd. Absurd, absurd, absurd. Yeah, we did talk a little bit about the Lotus. I really don't like it. I mean, it's obviously incredibly strong. But it's just that's not what I want Commander to be about. I don't want Commander supplementals to be about printing like these busted auto include cards. And like I said during my little mini rant, like, I feel like they've in general done a good job. We get Kenrith back, it untaps. Oh, Oh, you're all right. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, he might have actually had a chance there. Oh, that was so brutal. So is that a card people actually play in the main deck? So we shouldn't have scooped because we would have eventually gotten Kenrith back, and that might have been enough. Huh. Yeah, I don't think we can be like, Do we take out our good creatures? Do we take out our good creatures so our opponent can't steal them and beat us with them? I think that's the problem. Our creatures are actually good. And having good creatures is bad if your opponent can take them. So I feel like we just got punished for playing good cards. Yeah, I mean, Worm is like okay. Well, we have an answer to that silly saga, at least. I never played Commander, but isn't the new Lotus an auto-include in all decks? I think it is a card that we'll see play in a lot of decks. Whether or not it's literally all decks, it might be. It's somewhere between most and all. Well, let's get down Thrashy McGee. Not gonna lose to your saga this time, opponent. Getting janked out. My friend is reluctant to start playing EDH because he says there are too many cards, but I keep telling him the more you play it, the more it seems like 40-50% of most decks are now auto-includes, for better or worse. I mean, I think Commander is headed more in that direction, sadly. So, I don't think that's completely not true. Well, let's go beatdowns. Get in hit ya. Play a Gilded Goose. Temple of Malady. Nethroi to the bottom for now. I think we'd rather hit a land past the turn. Yeah, I mean, it's good in basically any deck. Right now we are playing some Abzan Nethroi, as voted on by all of you. Opponent's going to kill a goose. All right, sure. I will update the title so people know what we're playing here. Opponent. Oh my goodness. Opponent's passing. Can I actually click save? There we go. All right, untap. Ooh, ooze is sweet. I'll go to combat. Attack ya. Dark Puka! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. I mean, the new Black Lotus, it is a little bit better than it could have been. does it seem impossible to me that Wizards could have printed it just to be like, oh, sack this to add 3 mana of any color combination in your in your commander's color identity or whatever, which that would be even more busted. Oh, that's true. It's not very good in Rogok. If you're playing Kobold Commander, it does lose a lot of value. It still might be worth it for the partner, though. I assume you're going to be playing some sort of partner. Now, Solemn. Take a Plains. Yeah, I mean, I think we remain aggro. Get in, hit ya. Opponent blocks. Takes her beats. We still have answers for the Saga. Is Richard gonna run back Kobold Tribal? I would expect so. I would be surprised if he didn't, or if someone didn't. Out of all the commanders we've seen so far, which one are you? I always forget to open Cardboard Live now. It's because I have to start Arena so far ahead of time to make sure it actually loads, that by the time the stream actually starts, the Scry Draw Legend, we'll cover that in the daily spoiler video tomorrow. I think that's a really sweet card. I think that's a really sweet card. I actually think that like 90%, 95%, 98% of the new legends are really, really sweet and well done and what I want them to be doing. Yes, do we? I mean, I've had a daily spoiler video every day since spoiler season started. Elf. There's been one every day. We're at 11. Huh. Well, let's play Scavenging Ooze. Eat Bone Crusher. Hit our opponent. Down to 8. It's on the commander chat. Oh, have people been missing it? Oh no. I've been posting them in the community page. On the main channel too. But yeah, they're on the commander YouTube. Oh boy, opponent's Bernardino over there. Alright, yeah. All the removals. I mean, they are down to 8 though. And we do have good things that we can draw. Rhymerock Knight, not super helpful for our opponent here. Opponent. Wow, staying aggressive, sure. We draw. Ooh. Well, play Woe Strider. Skull Prophet. And this one's looking good. This one's looking good for the Nethroi. Get in, hit ya. Down to 5. I can't wait to play the Mana Bird Commander. Yeah, Mana Bird Commander is at the top of my list to build around. That and Blim. Blim looks really sweet. I'm really hyped to build. We will sack the goat to scry. This adds white? Okay. Keep the pathway. Opponent gets our Woe Strider for a minute. However, there's bad news for our opponent, which is we found our white source. Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of the Crowan War, which is apparently the bane of our existence. An opponent, this time, they scurry away, cannot beat the Crowan War. Whew. I mean, they kind of had to take Woe Strider, more or less, or else we could just sack whatever they didn't take. So when will we ban the new Lotus? Out of all the cards that we've seen from Commander Legends, I think that is the one that is most likely to actually get full-on banned in Commander. I honestly, so if you want another Commander Legend, all right. First, let me ask you this: what do y'all think of Opposition Agent? That's the other card. There's been a ton of conversation around. Soft Hecko for the 41st month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super review. What do you think of Opposition Agent? That's the other one that I've heard people say you should ban it. I've heard, yeah, broken, insane, ultra stable. That's been kind of the general feeling, I think. I think the contrarian on this one. Like, I actually don't think it's that good. Like, that probably came out wrong. It's good, but I actually don't think it is meaningfully enough better than Aven Mind Sensor for people to be like freaking out and saying that it's going to get banned or whatever. Like, I actually think it's like very, very, very similar to Aven Mind Sensor. I think once you actually start playing with it, I know in your like in people's minds they think of the dream scenario like, oh, my opponent casts a demonic tutor, I flash this in, I get their best card, it's insane, or maybe like some multiple tutor card, whatever like the flashback tutor thing is or whatever. That's true. I think more likely though, you're gonna flash it in a response to like a rampant growth. You're gonna get a land, which is fine. Like, it's good to have access to an extra land. And then, like, even mine says, are just no one tutors until someone kills it. Like, I think that's how it's gonna play out. So I don't know. I actually am not that scared of it. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's gonna be super frustrating. But I kind of feel like it's just another mind sensor, like a more fun mind sensor, because you actually get to like steal the card. I am pretty scared of it in Legacy. Most commander decks, there's only 10 fetch lands, and even if you stretch it to like Evolving Wilds, Prismatic Vistas, maybe you have like 13-ish fetch lands if you go really deep in your 5 colors, in a commander deck out of what, 27 lands, or 37 lands or something. So I don't think you're just gonna like lock someone out of doing anything with it. In Legacy, though, that's an actual thing that can happen. And I am a little bit frightened of it in Legacy. Like, in Legacy, it does seem very easy to, like, turn 1 Noble Hierarch, turn 2 Opposition Expert, or whatever it is, and essentially just lock someone out and win the game. So I do think there's a chance that it might be bannable or close to it in... That it might be bannable or close to bannable in Legacy or Vintage, but I don't think it's going to be that bad in Commander. Why not turn 1 Dark Ritual? Alright, opponent has a Robber of the Rich, which is obnoxious. Gets in, hits us. Come on now. Steals a Skyclave Apparition. Plays a Soul Guide Lantern. Wow, that is a really good steal. Really, really good steal. Well, we will Pathway on white, Elvish Visionary, draw a card. Thrashy. Alright, well, we'll see what's in their hand. If they kill us Visionary, you just snowball the robber. We're going to be in trouble from them taking our cards. Hella Grove, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Yeah, it does seem even better in CDH, which is so much about, oh, they do. Which is so much about, fetch lands and tutors. Well, opponent. Oh, they're stealing everything they need. Mire Triton comes down for our opponent. Mills too late. Oh! Wow! Wowie zowie. Our opponent is hitting it all. Well, Temple of Melody. I guess we gotta put that to the bottom so our opponent doesn't steal yet another good card. Oh, they even milled the 2 lands. Well, everything's coming up mono red at the moment. Opponent. Did they steal another great card? They do. It's a Gilded Goose. About it. Embercleave off of our beautiful creatures. So we drop to 10. I'll play a Triome. Play Brontodon. Pass the turn. Ooh. Yeah, Robber, I mean, when you win the die roll, Robber is one of the swingiest cards in Standard. If you win the die roll, it can just win the game by itself. If you lose the die roll, it's usually like medium to bad. Hey, what's up, Jay Darren? How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. I mean, we might still be okay. We'll see. We'll see what our opponent has. Like, we can block and either kill Robber of the Rich or sacrifice and blow up the Embercleave. And then we're to... Alright, it's another Robber of the Rich. So now our opponent gets to steal 2 of our cards. It's a real card. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, we'll kill a Robber of the Rich. Drop to 6. How are you, General Joe? Yeah, these robbers have been just over the top absurdly good. Oh, Pathway on white. Kogla. Fight the Skull Prophet. Oh. Pass the turn. Opponent has a land. Wow. Oh, what a frustrating... This might be the most frustrating game I've played in a long time. Yeah? Alright. Oh. Oh, boy. Well, we got Hearthstone that time, unfortunately. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Well, on to game two. Let's not dwell on... Let's not... I mean, the shirt says it all. The shirt says it all. Pull up the calculator. What are the chances that you hit every time with your Robber of the Rich? And it's all the exact cards you need, and you mill the 2 lands off the top of your deck with the Buyer Triton that you seal with Robber of the Rich so you draw action. The calculator will tell us. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Well, I guess we keep this. Now we'll play the Triome. Hey, thank you, Jay Darren. Yeah, we would have had to bolt it to 1. We could only get back 2 creatures. And then... Because we only had a... So we'd have to bolt to 1. We'd have to get back 2 creatures. Could only get back 2 creatures. And then we would... and then I think we'd just be dead. There's still the Embercleave out. So I think we still just die. Yeah, our deck should be good against Mill. We'll see. We'll see if it works out that way in practice. In theory, our deck should be good against Mill. Huh. Well, let's just plains and get rid of this ruin crab. Ruin the crab's day. Is the site gonna sell the shirt? That shirt was actually just made for me as a gift, so there's no shirts for sale at this point. Would you buy one? If it's something that people would actually buy, it's possible that we can make them. So opponent's gonna get the Luris. We're 1-0 at the moment. Sadly, very sadly. Although, I mean, maybe it's our fault. It was the game one. The game one was probably our fault. I've never played against a Crowan War before. That's a card that apparently is just started to come around. Well, let's play this on green. Play Gilded Goose. Play Fiend Artisan. Get in, hit our opponent. I mean, I feel like Rogue should be a pretty good matchup for us. Oh, an Abacus shirt would be another sweet one. Scoops plushies would be awesome. Awesome, awesome. The problem is, why not do Tapped Lad? Because we wouldn't have the mana to cast Fiend Artisan and Gilded Goose. Alright, opponent was a Woe Strider. Yeah, we needed green, green, black, or some combination of that. So with the plains out, if we play the tap land, we only get to play one thing. This Fiend Artisan's getting big. Opponent plays a Luris. So, opponent has nothing of relevance in the graveyard. Is there anything we could tutor up? I should probably put the deck in chat, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we can get Skyclave. We don't get to attack if we tutor, though. Can we get anything better than a Skyclave? Huh. Or we just time out. That also works. Yeah, let's Woe Strider. One, two, three, four. Get a Woe Strider. Go to combat. Hit ya. Put it. I assume they crab block and just recast it. Wow, opponent's gonna take it? Okay. That's good. Well, there's also been some really good reprints in Commander Legends. Pass the turn. Well, we gotta tap Fiend Artisan anyway, so pre or post combat does it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Might have been better. I thought we could do it without exiling anything, which is weird. But apparently not. We did have to hit a creature. Opponent, exile stuff. And then we were committed. The clicks were in. So once we clicked, we were in. I'm pretty new Magic player. I am pretty new player to Magic. As a whole, I started Ixalan. The Dominaria dropped. I fell in love with the plane. I learned that Dominaria is one of the oldest planes in Magic. I was kind of wondering if the other planes as old and nostalgic as Dominaria would be as good. But thus far, both Zendikar and Ravnica did not have the same effect as Dominaria. Yeah, Dominaria, I think, in some ways, is kind of unique. Wow, opponent's doing nothing. Well, go to combat. Do some attacking. Dominaria is a little bit unique, I think, because it is like the plane of Magic, and it's a plane that we haven't been to in so long that when Dominaria came out, it was like super, super hyped, like amazingly hyped. And with Zendikar and Ravnica, they're both beloved planes, but we go to them every couple of years, so I just don't think I don't know what plane. Is there any plane that could capture that kind of excitement? The same way that Dominaria did? I'm actually not sure if there's any plane in existence that would get the same reaction as Dominaria. Well, pathway on black. Opponent's at 7. Odd. Ugh. Yeah, we're not gonna play. We're not gonna play Thrashy. Too risky if they happen to have main deck Extinction Event. We get so blown out. All right, opponent into the story. Very strong Magic the Gathering card. Innistrad's a good one, but we've also been there a bunch. Opponent, gonna mill us. Well, opponent needs something. They're getting to the point where they could just be dead. Gonna kill Fiend Artisan. Okay. They did just draw a lot of cards. Boy, resolving a Nethroi would be absurd. Oh, it'd be so good. Yeah, the return... What do you think of the idea of Cyberpunk Kamigawa? I mean, I guess it'd be kind of interesting. Wow, alright. Blood Chief's Thirst. Sure. Well, we will cycle the Triome. Oh. Well, new plan. Plukernos. Fight the crab. Ugh. I guess we shouldn't have auto-tapped. Well, we'll keep Gary. We probably shouldn't have auto-tapped because we would have cashed in our food to get a 2 more damage, but... I mean, Cyberpunk Kamigawa sounds like it could be interesting. I would love more ninjutsu. We'll see. We'll see if they actually give us more ninjutsu. That's the main thing I'm excited about with Kamigawa. I'm kind of like, meh on the flavor of Kamigawa. I don't really know that much about, like, Japanese culture. I've never studied, like, samurais and the whole thing. So, like, I don't have any special connection to the cultural aspect of it, but the mechanics sweet. That mechanic's sweet. There's also some really bad mechanics. The spirit mechanic's so bad. So if we fight this, Yeah, let's just fight it all. Fight the crab. Actually, we don't even need to fight, right? We just attack. And our opponent has to chump. Tack. Yeah, we don't need to spend the mana. So opponent has to jump Paluk. Alright, hang on. So opponent, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Fight Luris. Well, opponent's staying alive. Stayed alive. Blocks Pelucrados. Goes to 1. I mean, this should just be a great matchup for us. Not a 1. Run out Meyer Triton. Need some evens to go with our odds. And fast the turn. Alright, opponent. The first set was Phyrexia, and since I haven't felt the same excitement for any set, special shout out to the first Innistrad. Yeah, I like new Phyrexia a lot too. Bushido's like, seems like just a generic mechanic. Again. Bushido just seems like a generic Boros mechanic to me. The Spirit, like Soul Shift, that's like, I think, like a worst all-time mechanic, or on the list of some of the just like worst all-time mechanics. We have another new donation. Can we close out this game? So you attack with everything. Opponent goes up to 4, theoretically dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's Woe Strider. We have a new donation from D. Rice, $20 donation. Hey Seth, 42 Land Swan Hunt is my pet deck. Thanks to you, my LGS lost it when I went 3-1, only losing the last round of Prowess and somehow not drawing lands. Thanks for all you do. I love the content. Oh, Swan Hunt's a sweet one. That is one of my favorites too. That's awesome that you had a good performance with it. Thank you so much for the donation, and it's always good to hear about decks doing good. Cool decks. All right, so Woe Strider comes down. We go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Opponent draws another good one. Blocks. Blocks. And blocks. Yeah. Oh. Blocks, blocks, blocks. Okay. So opponent gets to mill 5? Like, I guess there's actually a danger that this ends with us getting milled out. Well, keep Nethroi, although I'm sure it's going to get milled. Nethroi would be so absurd. Opponent goes up to 4. They lose their lures for the 17th time. Merfolk Windrobber joins the party. Another end of the story. That's bad news. Another Ruin Crab. Ugh. Ugh. How many cards left in the deck? The answer is not many. Very close to 0. Oh, yeah. The end of the story off the top is whoo. Whoo, whoo, whoo. That was not the draw we wanted to see for our opponent that turn, for sure. I mean, I think our deck's pretty heavily favored against rogues, but Magic is it's a strange game. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Aghanim's Awakening might be enough. So we can reanimate a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3. Actually, wait. Oh, this definitely does it. Okay. So Aghanim's Awakening. We will cast it. Opponents. Oh, they might be bug. What is going on? Oh my goodness! That was just straight up the game. All right. Restart. We're just shape scoop. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right. Wash it away. We're 0-0. Those were just the warm-ups. Whoa. Wow, that's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you can't undo it, but huh. All right. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I think that is one of the drawbacks of so many cards being two cards or three cards in one. Digital does not. It's kind of impossible to accidentally play the wrong side of a card that's two, like, multiple cards in paper. But the digital systems have not yet caught up to that for the most part. So, there is a lot of ways for things to go wrong in digital with all those cards. But that one was especially depressing because that was going to be a pretty sweet Aghanim's Awakening there. The pony? Wait. The pony? I'm not sure what the pony is. Oh, the hair. Pony, is that what the kids are calling it these days? Oh, my hair's, I'm sure, probably a mess at the moment. Well, let's play the Triome. If I have my hair up all day and then I just take it down, it's usually a disaster. I gotta be prepared for the hair down if that's the plan. Yeah, I've noticed that's something that I don't think has been talked about enough, but I feel like one of the things that Wizards has done recently is one of the things that Wizards has done recently is just start making a lot of two cards in one. This time we actually want to play it as a land. But that's been kind of a interesting trend that I don't think has been maybe discussed enough. Well, play Skull, get a Skull Prophet, go attacking, hit ya. But we've seen a ton of two cards in one mechanics lately. The flexibility is nice for gameplay, but I wonder if that's the path we're heading down. Is like if you start to run out of ideas to just make normal Magic cards, maybe the easiest way to keep cards exciting is just to have most cards be two Magic cards instead of one Magic card. That's an easy way to make things more powerful if you're running out of, like, normal ideas. Hey, what's up, Vasily? How are you? So yeah, that's something I've been thinking about, because we had, like, adventures. I mean, we've always had modal cards. We've always had split cards, so it's not like... So opponent's on Grixis control? How do we do this? Can we get anything good if we sacrifice? Let's just... Do you want to attack? Alright, go to combat, attack. There is a chance this leads to us getting blown out and not being able to tutor, but hopefully that's fine. The Saffron Lion Maid. Yeah, we're due for a hair down stream. It's been a minute. But yeah, I feel like we're getting a lot of those mechanics lately. Wit! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent. Takes it. Well, Fiend Artisan. Sack the Acolyte. Get a... I think just Visionary. Yeah, let's just get the Visionary. Draw a card. Did it again, but that time it didn't hurt us. Play the Triome Bastard. Well, go Bills! I mean, they kind of recovered last week, a little. I mean, barely scraping by the Jets is not exciting, but it's better than losing. Slightly. Someone trying to justify Jewel Lotus doesn't go into multicolored commanders, like they don't have to pay commander tax. I mean, it seems like a pretty bonkers card to me. Like, just the upside, it does a lot of the same things that Black Lotus does. Like, sure, it's limited to commanders, but being able to play a busted thing, ooh. Being able to play a busted thing on turn 1 is very powerful. That's just a very powerful play. Kind of tempted to just Nethroi while we can. It's not an insane Nethroi, but it's decent. Yeah, let's do it. Let's mutate Nethroi on the Visionary. Over. Get back a couple creatures. So not a game-ending Nethroi, but still good value. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretending like our record is 0-0, but in all honesty, we did technically lose. Yeah, I guess we take Skyclave. Eventually, our opponent might get back Kroxa, and then we would like to exile Kroxa. You don't like the new Lotus because you never cast your commander. I mean, I don't like the new Lotus because I feel like you just play it in every deck. And I just don't like commander cards that are like that. Especially ones that are designed for commander. Like, that's kind of the concern. Like, Soul Ring is a card that shows up in every deck, but it wasn't designed to show up in every commander deck. It just happens to be really good in commander decks. The same is true of, like, Solemn Simulacrum, which I guess doesn't show up in any deck, but, like, I don't mind staples for the most part if they just happen naturally, but I tend to strongly dislike them if they're kind of, like, forced into the format. Well, gonna hit you with Nethroi. Opponent's got all the extinction events, that's for sure. Skull Prophet. Thrashing Brontodon. Alright, more removals. Alright, your go, opponent. Walking Dead, Commander Legends, 2-in-1 cards. Do you like the direction that Magic is going? So Walking Dead, no. More specifically the way it's being released than the fact it's a crossover product. But Walking Dead, no. Commander Legends, yes. Minus, like, I don't like the Jeweled Lotus. Like, I think that is a card that I would rather not have exist. But in general, I think they've done a really good job with it. I mean, we're going to try to kill you. I mean, that's 11. Do you have another removal spell? I'm sure they do, or they would have scooped. Okay. Well, opponent's dead. Life is way easier when you don't punt, that's for sure. Way easier. So what Commander Legend card are you most excited to build around? How would you feel about playing against a Joyra and see someone summon her on turn 1? I mean, pretty devastating. What is the... Hey, what's up, Johnny Flipper? Good to see ya. Welcome back. What is the most devastating commander to... So let's assume you have 5 mana. Let's assume you have the Dream. You have the Dream. You get to... Yeah, Lurrus, I mean, we saw that in Vintage. Like, Black Lotus Lurrus, get back Black Lotus, something else is pretty absurd. What's the most devastating commander? Let's say you have 5 mana on turn 1. That would be like Mana Crypt or Soul Ring plus the Lotus. So that's obviously better than just 3 mana or 4 mana. But even 4 mana is pretty insane. So 4 or 5 mana, Urza's a good choice. I mean, Urza's pretty bonkers. We probably bring the Planeswalkers in this matchup. And I guess discard? What do we go down? That's the big question. When you get down Thrashy, go down maybe like a Solemn. Go down Skyclave Apparition, Llanowar Visionary, a Mire Triton. What else can we cut? Emery, yeah, Emery's another good one with Lotus. Big fan, love your videos. First time watching, not a big fan of Twitch. Well, welcome. I'm glad you. Oh no, we're gonna time out. I'm glad you're here, even if you're not the biggest Twitch fan. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, all right, we're doing. Okay, click random cards to get 60. Go. Augustine taxing your opponent, or oh yes, Grand Arbiter Augustine would be insane. That's a really good choice that I hadn't thought of. That's a really devastating one. That just slows people down so far. Like Golos and Katareth, obviously good. Yeah, I mean, if you get the absolute dream, I guess you could be casting Eldrazi, but that requires a lot to go right. Like, if that happens, like, zero, pull out the calculator. I think that's probably 1 in millions. I remember calculating once. I wish I remember the exact math on it, but there was a combo that required having an exact 7-card opening hand, and you won the game on turn 0. I think you can even win the game like before your opponent's first turn. But anyway, you need the exact 7-card opening hand. So I mathed it, and I think it was 1 in 3.2 million games. So we never played that one because I think even with the amount of Magic I play, that's more than a lifetime of Magic to actually get to that many games. So yeah, if someone has turn 1 Kozilek with Ancient Tomb, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, the Black Lotus thing, like a 7-card opener, just like tip the hat, tip the hat onto the next one. I mean, Joyra's a good one too. Wow, opponent. All right, so I got the removal for days. That's for sure. Oh, here's another question I had for you, chat. Are you at all interested in the draft aspect of Commander Legends? Like, is that something that appeals to you at all? Like, I'm thinking mostly, like, from a content perspective. Wow! So many removal spells! I was thinking mostly from oh no, another land. Alright, so we got all the removal. Opponent's got all the lands. So let's cycle this. That's a Nethroi, but that's still a bit of... Wow. Is that 5? How many removal spells is that? Feels like infinite. Pathway. Well, only 2 cards in hand, if there's any good news here. Finding our ooze would be nice. Love to see Commander Clash Crew play a draft. Yeah, there is going to be a Magic Online. I mean, we can always do like a rough drafts at some point, too. How do we do this? Oh, I want to mutate this Nethroi, but there's Croxa, so we're going to have to discard. Yeah, let's just pass. Pass the turn. The issue is a discard. I don't really want to discard anything that's in our hand right now. All right, well, duress you. Take Heartless Act. Alright. Skyclave Apparition. Pathway. Well, alright. As long as our opponent doesn't peel a red source, this is okay. Makes a shark. We're playing towards an untapped land for Nethroi is what we really want. Opponent plays a Scry land. Untapped land, please, Magic Gods. Kroxa coming down. We discard Skyclave Apparition. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just pass. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Jace MCQ, how are you? Good to see you, good to see you. I mean, they have two Kroxas, so we can't get rid of both Kroxas. We could keep them from escaping a Kroxa for one turn, but then we have to discard Nethroi. I think our only realistic pathway to victory is to mutate this Nethroi. So our opponent's going to get back this Kroxa. We're going to discard the Agonizing Remorse, and again pray for it. Okay, well, oh. Huh. Huh. What could possibly... So this means our opponent peeled a counter? Not even a counter. What? Ugh. I'm just so confused why our opponent would not do anything. I mean, we had him empty-handed a minute ago. We'll see. Maybe they top decked, and that's why they passed. All right, they did top deck, and that's why they passed. Well, pass the turn. And Mr. Reddish, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, but just a Nethroi is not enough here. Like, Nethroi just dies to Kroxa anyway. So, having a 5/5 lifelink, meh? We really needed to be getting back a board full of creatures. Oh, boy. Boy, that's unfortunate. We even had the duress to make sure the coast was clear, but... At this point, we need an absurd top decker. It's game. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. There's a Kroxa. I mean, Nethroi's not bad as just a card. It's just not enough in this scenario. Well, we get a Pelucranos. Oh, come on. Well, alright, sure. Whew. Not enough of a draw, unfortunately. Well, I guess we bring Brontodon back in, since our opponent apparently is the type of person that will hardcast a Shark Typhoon. Alright, run it like that. Ouch. Legendary mutating on Legendary is fine. Nothing really happens, since it's all one creature. Well, alright, we'll try it. That was one of the most removal-heavy games we've played in a long time. I think our opponent cast like 8 removal spells that game. Land, Jeweled Lotus, Joyrah Mana Crypt, Helm of Waking, Soul Ring, Izzet Cygnus, Ethereum Sculptor, go. Yeah, I mean, if that all comes together, that would be pretty powerful. I'll play the Pathway, Skull Prophet. Yeah. We haven't played Mono Black Enchantments yet. We might still do it. That was the runner-up on the poll, so we might still try it. I would like to return to Alara. I liked Alara a lot. Pass the turn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with hardcasting a Shark Typhoon on occasion. Although I think it's cycled like 95% of the time or something. Alright, removal spell 1. Well, Pathway on white. Whoa, Strider. Pass the turn. Opponent. I like hardcasting Shark Typhoon. You just don't see it very much. Normally, I would not bring in Enchantment Hate to fight Shark Typhoon, but because our opponent hardcast it, I think it's worth bringing Brownodon in. But normally against the Shark Typhoon deck, I would not bring in Thrashing Brontodon to try to fight against it. Well, play the Temple Scry. Opponent pretty clearly leaving up a counter here. Yeah, bottom the Mire Triton. Pass the turn. About it. Commander Lotus, it's pretty busted. Pretty busted Magic card. I'm very surprised that they'd actually print it. Ooh, let me see, Dapper Turtle. What's the difference between Magic Arena and Magic Online? Magic Arena is standard only, and it is the newer client with flashier graphics. It also has a free-to-play mode, which Magic Online doesn't. Magic Online has all the formats. It's older, doesn't look as pretty, and it is cheaper if you're going to spend the money on the game. Like, if you're going to pay for one of the games, Magic Online's cheaper. If you're going to free-to-play, then obviously free-to-play is only an option in Arena. So we can only do one thing? Well, we're going to eat this neutralize at some point. Yeah. Alright, there's a neutralize. I'll pass the turn, see what our opponent finds. Ooh, some mono green Kahira action? That looks interesting. Wait, are all those creatures Kahira's creature type? Interesting. I didn't actually realize that. That looks like a sweet deck. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's sack this goat to Scry. We really need to, Pathway. Opponent's not hitting land drops, which means all counters all the time. The problem is we can only do one thing per turn. Well, alright. I guess we'll keep it. Yeah, we're pretty... Ugh. Yeah. Not a great position. I don't even know if we cast anything this turn, honestly. Like, it's just close to 100% to get countered. Opponent tags it. Well, I mean, I guess we play Broodmoth. Broodmoth isn't very good anyway at the moment, so if something's gonna get countered, might as well be the insect. I mean, Vivian would be insane if we could get it down. It would be so good. I mean, I guess our opponent probably has some red cards in hand too, since they don't have red mana, but... Neutralize part 2. Well, pass the turn. Yeah, no follow-up. Ugh. Yeah, one spell a turn's bad here. There's the red mana. A Duress would be amazing. Would love to draw Duress. If we can draw Duress, then we can probably resolve Vivian, and we should be able to win. To the bottom. Opponent. Passes. Oh, we keep drawing these big things that are going to get countered. Oh, Garrick's great too, but just casting one big spell a turn is not good against the counter spell deck. Yeah, there was a bit of a rant about the new Lotus at the beginning of the stream. Ooh, standard infinite Morag? Let me see, ATM. Oh, Dapper Turtle, I was looking at the wrong deck. I was looking at someone else's deck. It was like a paste bid for this Kahira deck. I was definitely looking at the wrong deck. Apologies. Well, yeah, let's play Garrick. Do we have neutralized 3? Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Wow. All right. All the neutralizes. Yeah, the Underworld Dream Decks looks fun. Kind of like interesting. I have not seen any Mad Ratters in play, but that definitely looks like a spicy and very budget-friendly deck, Dapper Turtle. Morag combo. All right, opponent. Manually tapping for Maze Mind Tome. I mean, the good news is they can only legally play 4 neutralizes, so we should be getting near the end of this one of these years. I think our opponent's thinking about drawing. This might mean they finally have run out of counters. All right, opponent Croxas. Sure. We'll discard Nethroi. Wow, we might actually resolve a real card. The Morai deck looks fun. You can't really combo with it, though, can you? Like, there's not a way to go infinite with it, I don't think. I'll play Vivian. No blue mana, so you're not countering this. Opponent draws a card. I'll make a beast with reach. Hit ya. Opponent. Gonna try to chump in Wrath, maybe? Alright. Alright. Hey Seth, I've been looking at the metagame page in Goldfish, and for some time ago, it has been showing decks with low winning records in tournaments, 05, 04. Is there a way to filter the decks to more relevant list, as there was some time ago? So we've updated to include a lot more. I don't really want to play the land because it scries, and we have the Vivian going. So I think a scry to get rid of a land next turn, so we can hopefully play more creatures with Vivian, is more value than playing the land. And if our opponent spends their turn getting back Kroxa, we're pretty fine with that, because then we just take down Vivian and Gray Merchant, get another black thing, and I think win on the spot. And they would need red mana to do that anyway, so. Will you be drafting tonight? Definitely not drafting tonight. I'm sure we'll draft at some point. So yeah, with all the updates, so there's Extinction Event. Opponent's gonna name odds, I'm sure. Actually, we want this Gray Merchant, so alright, yeah, Oddas. But then opponent takes 5. Or are we gonna be just short? I don't know if we can actually kill him this turn. We can get close, but I don't know if we can go all the way. Booted. Another Kroxa. Sure. And another blue source. Well, alright. Vivian, take it down. Gray Merchant. Get... What do we even get? Pelucranos is biggest. Yeah, the difference between 1 and 2 isn't much, though. If you can't actually kill him, and we don't have triple black. I guess we're going to have to discard, so we probably... Well, they still need red mana. Huh. And Fiend Artisan does offer a lot of long-term value because we can get something else next turn. So opponent goes to 4. Opponent goes to 1. Kroxa doesn't save our opponent here. Hey. Opponent draws a card. Desperate. And dies? Hey, that was a lot of counters. Been working on this infinite landfall deck in Standard. This is where I'm at. The combo works as get 5 blue Devotion, then you cast Corridor Monitor, Lord Rockus, unsummon, recast Corridor Monitor as many times as you want. Ashaya makes a land, then you can Ruin Crab for the kill. Ooh, I love Lord Rockus. We played some Lord Rockus shenanigans a long time ago on Against Odds, taking extra turn spells with a Chance for Glory, and it was really sweet. That's a super cool idea. I like it. Wait, how do you unsummon, though? Opponent scoops it up. All right. Hey! Well, all right. Less punts that game. Less punts, more wins, I guess, is where we ended up that time. Whew. So, chat... Yeah, opponent, I think, was just a little bit of a slow player. Ooh, Tainted Remedy with Angel of Destiny would be sweet. That is a cool idea. So do we want to... So what do you think, chat? What do you think? Do you want to keep Nethroying? We're roughly halfway through the stream. So the question is, should we keep Nethroying because there are a couple of punts, etc., or should we go back to our straw poll? And I guess Mono Black Enchantments technically pulled ahead. Should we try Enchantments, or should we keep Nethroying? What do you want? Why we're thinking about what's next. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. I mean, it seems like people want to see enchantments. I think we'll probably try Gruel at some point. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but I do find Incinerator at Standard interesting. The problem with every Nethroi deck I've seen you play is that you mutate Nethroi like once in a stream. I mean, I guess that is true. This is actually, this is a Gruel list. All right, so here's the plan. We're gonna do another Nethroi, and then we'll do Mono Black. Let's do one more Nethroi in Mono Black. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to build Angel of Destiny. Angel of Destiny finally won the Against Odds poll. Yeah, we'll do one more Nethroi game, and then we'll do Mono Black Enchantments for the rest of the stream after that. We gotta give Nethroi one more chance to mutate. It's not Nethroi's fault there was some punts. I can't blame Nethroi for that. So yeah, I've tried to figure out the Angel of Destiny deck. I know what I'm not gonna do. 100% not gonna do. Well, there's Nethroi and a Skull Prophet. We'll try it. We'll see if we get to it against Yorion. I know what I'm not going to do is just play a generic life gain deck because that is not interesting to me. So we're not just going to be like a generic life gain deck trying to figure out... In older formats, Angel Tribal is like kind of interesting to me. Mikiri! We are almost to the point we can do ATO, Judd. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Let's play a Plains and a Visionary. Boy, lots of counters tonight. Apparently Control is back in fashion. PDX Impostrister, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Hydra got a critical mass of double X +1/+1 and double X spells, I guess. They could be 6-7 power level. Ooh, Omen of the Sea. Alright, yep. Wait, doesn't Scourge of the Skyclave blank Nethroi because it has negative power in the graveyard? Sort of. It does in Commander. The thing is, Scourge of the Skyclaves. Alright, opponent has Skyclave. Apparition. Well, Apparition the Apparition. Gilded Goose. Go. So the thing is that Scourge of the Skyclaves. Let me pull it up here. So Scourge of the Skyclaves, the way it's worded, it's based off of having 20 power. So it's like your starting life total in non-commander formats. So the problem is, to get it to negative life total in a format like Standard, you have to, and your opponents, have to be gaining life. On the other hand, in Commander, since everyone starts at 40 life, if you just get this in the graveyard on turn 2, it's going to be a -20, -20, and then you can reanimate 20 extra power with your Nethroi. So in Commander, it's really easy to pull off. In Standard, it's much more difficult to actually pull it off. Well, let's run out Kenrith, I guess. Get in with our token. Oh. Alright, so our opponent seems to have most likely a Wrath in hand, which is awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, go to the bottom. Yeah. Well, the Wrath's not great for us here at the moment. I mean, maybe they just want to draw a card, but you would assume they wouldn't. Elspeth Conquers Death. Well, that is slightly better than a Wrath. Ever so slightly. Opponent plays a lad. Well, play a Triome. Play a Feed Artisan. We got another new donation. Many donations tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Get in, hitcha. We have another, whoa, a massive donation. Mikiri, goodness. $100 donation. I really enjoyed the band bracket. It reminded me of a combination of historical standard and unbanned modern, two of my favorite casual formats. Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. It was, oh no, no. Oh no, they have the Wrath too? Okay. Well, the question's gonna be, can we resolve this Nethroi? If we can, we get to rebuild. But we'll see. We've seen counters, we've seen Wrath, we've seen infinite removal, we've seen Solemn coming back into play, Boo and Hiss, so my hopes are not high. Did I pre-order Jade Lotus? No. Definitely not going to pre-order Jade Lotus. Or, is it called Jade Lotus? It's not Jade Lotus. Jewel Lotus, I think it is. But, I mean, I expect it will be banned in the playgroups that I play in. I don't play that much of Paper anyway, but yeah. I expect we'll ban it on Commander Clash. At least I will push to ban it. I don't know if it wasn't a content play group, would I push to ban it? Maybe. I think because of content, 100% it should be banned. Because it's going to lead to swingy, unfun, unentertaining games when someone draws it. Which is just not good for content. I would probably still push to ban it in just like a random like casual play group I was in. But we'll see. Maybe it won't be as busted as it looks. Well, does our opponent have an Essence Scatter? I think that is roughly the game here. Opponent passes. Well, mutate it. Sack the food. Ooh, do not. All right, Nethroi. We get back 3, 4, 5. Free. All right, get them all back. Get rid of the Solemn. No attacks. Thank you so much, Mercury, for just the ridiculously huge donation. Yeah, I think we'll do another bracket. I haven't figured out. Oh, so it was the early troll good game. I see. Or they just peeled another Wrath. Kenton for the win with the $5 donation. My friend came up with this. First turn Mountain, cast Goblin Welder. Second turn, play any random 1-mana artifact at Lotus. Sacrifice Lotus, bring it back with Welder. Sacrifice a second time, Gisela. How disgusting. That does sound super disgusting. I'll play a Solemn. Opponent has another counter. Huh. Boy, we've played just, like, infinite control decks today, haven't we? I'll pass the turn. Yeah, I don't really like where we're at, though. Thank you so much for the donation, Kenton. Yeah, I don't know why our opponent early GG'd us. I don't know if they actually thought the game was over and then they top-decked the Wrath, or... I actually have no idea why they early GG'd. Just trolling, also possible. That's another possibility. Well, I mean, maybe they knew they had the Wrath in hand and they were just trolling. That's probably most likely. All right. So I mean, I think this actually is good game for them now. Several turns later, but yeah. All right. Hey, what's up, Jaguar? How are you? Jay Schmoor for the second month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup chew for you. Thank you. Well, I think good game on Arena has a pretty specific and known meaning, which is generally not. This has been a really like competitive close game. Normally it means I think I'm winning and I'm trolling you. That's the most common application of the good game emote. Alright, so, we're looking at one Nethroi. I mean, we mutated Nethroi. So even if we end up losing to this obnoxious deck, we did mutate it, which was something we wanted to do before we switched decks next match. So bring in our discard, trim a couple creatures, bring in the Planeswalkers, probably not Kagla. It's a bit on the expensive side. What else can we cut? Hard to cut too much. Maybe Ooze isn't worth it. Yeah, alright. Let's try it like that. Jorez! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Yeah, I mean, if someone's going to concede... Really? You normally say when someone's going to concede? I think that... I mean, I do see it that way occasionally. I feel like the highest percentage I've seen is definitely like the aggro, I think I'm going to win, so I'm in a good game you plan. More so than I think I'm going to lose, so I good game. Although, there are some people that good game when the game ends. Which is, I think, personally, I think the right timing for a good game. When the game is over. Or, like, a lethal attack is actually, like, happening. Then I'm all about the good game. On the other hand, the early one, oh my goodness, it drives me insane. Insane. Well, yeah, I guess we play Woe Strider. Glimpse of Freedom. Interesting. I'll make it go. Go attacking. Hit ya. Not a 19 past the turn. Come on, land! We could use a land. So the other day I was playing someone who kept spelling good game, nice, etc. from the beginning of the game, so I muted it. They kept coming, though. Has anyone else had that problem? I have not had that problem. Oh, we did hit the land. That's sweet. Pathway on white. Brood moth. In case there's a wrath. Oh, that's a good, good animation. But there has been a lot of bugs lately, so that would be my guess. Is it's just a bug? Would you consider playing Jank in a manner like Day 9's What's the Deck? How does What's the Deck work? I haven't actually... I know what it is, but I don't think I've ever actually watched an entire episode. I assumed it was somewhat, like, against the oddsian, except with 2 people instead of 1. Alright, opponent passes. Well, duress our opponent. 2 Shatter the Skies. I'll take Elspeth Conquers Death. Skyclave Apparition. Snipe the Solemn. Go attacking. So opponent's definitely the troll good gamer. Gelabina! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, it's a Nethroi. That's a good one. That's a good one. We're a couple lands short, but alright about it. A Wrath isn't that insane, though, because our stuff comes back. So sure... Sure. Opponent Wraths. However, most of our creatures do not have flying, so we get back Skyclave Apparition, and they all have flying, and I think that's a literal good game, right? 3, 4, I guess we're... Alright, opponent has Glass Casket, so not literally dead. Oh, Zac Fiend Artisan. We'll still keep the Nethroi. Opponent passes. Go to combat, attack ya, attack ya. Pass the turn. Opponent. Shatter the Sky. Well, do some scrying. Do we even want Agonizing Remorse? Is it worth it? I'm not early GG'er. I can't do it. I can't do it. I feel too bad. Ooh, deck build around the most infinite damage you can deal on turn 1. Ooh. That sounds sweet. Yeah, I think we're going to go bottom. Sack Skyclave. I'll keep Agadeem's Awakening. Opponent draws a card. Scryland. to the bottom. Well, one, two, three. Well, play. Oh, Kenrith's a human. That's so annoying. Oh, play Kenrith. Aghanim's Awakening tapped. Pass the turn. Does our opponent draw something? They do. All right. The top decks keep flowing. Opponent draws a Giant Killer. Plays a land. Oh, that was our top deck for the turn, too. Aye. Well, that's a good one. That's a good one. Opponent gets a land. Runs out the Giant Killer. Well, we will play Skull Prophet. Pass the turn. This turn's on Nethroi, though, unless our opponent top decks again. Maze my Tome. Okay, that's a redraw. That's a redraw. That's a redraw. However, come on. Oh, that can't happen. Can't happen. The calculator says no. The calculator says it is unlikely. 0.0. No, it's a human. Oh my god. Why are there so many who built this deck with so many humans in it? No. Oh, that's way less good. Oh, so we lose. Oh, that's so disappointing. All right. We mill a couple cards. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, opponent has negate, though. Oh, Woe Strider. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's get Apparition. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a Woe Strider. Pass the turn. Those are not humans. Those are definitely not humans. All right, opponent draws a card. Do they find an answer? Yorion. Okay. Gonna go after our Woe Strider. Well, let's see if they top decked. I guess it's not even that insane. It's good, but I don't know if it's game winning. So opponent gives back their stuff, gets rid of our Woe Strider again. Well, Aghanim's Awakening. Actually, let's mutate Nethroi on the go. Come on. Come on. The goat doing work. All right, over the go. 3, 8, 9. Get back our stuff. The moth is here. Go to combat. Opponent says good game again, as is tradition. Go attacking. I'm surprised they didn't tap with Giant Killer. Chumps with Giant Killer. Okay, pass the turn. I mean, even if our opponent has a Wrath, is that even enough? Our board comes back again. Opponent plays the land and actually scoops it up. All right, that was a real good game. That was a real one. Hoi! Hoi, 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 hoi. I will say, as much as I dislike being early GG'd, I do like beating people who early GG. Hey, what's up, Recall? How are you? That was a good go. That was a very seductive goat finish. Well, let's run it back, and then we'll try. After this game, we're trying mono black. It would be sweet if we could win and finish with a winning record. That would be ideal. Do we want to change the sideboard anymore? How good is Apparition? Probably pretty good. All right. Well, here we go. Here we go. Oh, the seductive go. Oh, that's a old Commander Clash meme. There's actually you gotta let me pull this up. You gotta see if you've never seen the seductive goat. It is look at this goat. Look at this goat. Just look at the expression. If that is not a goat trying to be seductive, what is it? Like I don't know what it is. Oh, that token cracks me up every single time. Oh, we'll keep. Oh, I know the goat just like cracks me up. Just the position, the pose of it. Ooh. All right. I do like turn one Gilded Goose. Hong Kong. Goo. What are your thoughts on Jeweled Lotus? So we've talked about it a tiny bit, but oh, this is technically, this would technically be our Halloween stream, wouldn't it? I have the gingerbread costume. But I forgot to break it out. I forgot this was the Halloween stream. Maybe Tuesday. Well, Tuesday's the election stream. Oh, I forgot about that. So after today, we will not have how big of a donation for you to stream on Halloween dressed as a seductive goat. I don't know if I have a seductive goat costume, and I don't know if I'd feel comfortable going to a costume store and asking for that. Like, excuse me, sir, ma'am. I need a costume for Halloween. I was thinking seductive goat. Do you happen to have anything along those lines? No, I'm sorry. I know that is a goat, but that's not seductive enough. I'm sorry. I'll have to come back. I'll look at another store. Skyglaive Apparition. I was going to say though. Let's scry pathway. That does make white mana, which might be important. Yeah, we'll keep it. Keep the pathway. Play the prophet. I was gonna say we will not stream again until Tuesday, because of spoiler season and daily spoilers, which are on the MTG Goldfish Commander YouTube if you've missed them, because I know a couple people said that. But y'all should, if you're in the U.S., you should vote. I was gonna try to remind everyone of that. Like, seriously, none of my business who you're voting for. We don't got to get into that on stream. But I highly encourage you to do some research. You know, learn about the options, what people stand for, and go out and vote for someone, or go and vote early. I think it's probably too late to mail in a vote. I think they're recommending not doing that now because. All right, we'll play Viv. Well, I'll play Vivian. I think they're recommending not mailing in your ballots now because it's it might be too late and you might not it might not be accepted in time. But if you can and you have it, go and vote. Yeah, these basics were totally worth it. They're like silly expensive, but totally worth it. They're just like the best basics on Arena now, I think. Now, opponents running out their lands to the bottom. Can't really attack effectively. Huh. How do we do this? Do we do anything? So we could take down Vivian. We can run out Brontodon, but it doesn't do a ton. We could Brontodon get a 2-drop. All right, let's just tick up. Tick up Vivian. Get a Reach Dork. Play Brontodon. Play a Forest. And hopefully this sets us up to Garrick next turn. Which is a pretty good recovery for a Wrath. So opponent, they appear to have a Wrath. We'll kill the Solemn. Opponent draws a card. I'll pass the turn. What do you got, opponent? I wonder if Oathbreaker players still exist and how they feel about Jeweled Lotus. I feel like Oathbreaker is... Wow, they have drawn so many Skyclave Apparitions. This does lower the odds of our opponent wrathing, I guess, because wrathing when you have 3 Skyclave Apparitions is actually kind of painful. About it. Well, we will make a food. Go to combat. Attack you. I would like to play a Garrick. Opponent blocks and blocks. I would like to play Garrick, it just feels really risky. I really don't want to get it countered. Ugh. Old Man X, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Has a long break from subbing, but now I stabilized it a little as much as possible. I want to resume supporting one of the most positive personalities on the scene. Keep up the good work. Well, Old Man X, I'm glad your things are going better for you. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. I don't think there's much value to sacking the Brontodon. I think we'd rather have it under the apparition to get a token if our opponent wraths. Yeah, I mean, in general, we try to keep this a not political place. The stream, ideally, is just a place to have fun and play Magic. So I would appreciate. I mean, if you want to encourage people to vote, I'm all for that. I don't think that is a political thing. Like, that is just your civic duty. So we all should vote. But I would prefer avoiding, like, straight up partisan political stuff on the stream if possible. Yeah, let's just pass. I mean, we got the Vivian going. It's unfortunate we haven't hit a single creature on the top of our deck to go with the Vivian. Alright, another Solemn. At some point, our opponent's going to Yarion. About it. I mean, GY and the Cades, like, to each their own. I don't think it's a right or wrong thing. As far as, like, if people want to talk politics on their stream, it's your stream, so do what you're comfortable with. I think, for me personally, I'm more than willing to talk about what I believe, if you want to have that conversation. I just don't think that Twitch chat is, like, for me, a productive place to have that conversation. I would rather actually talk to people in a way that might make an impact or actually be able to have an actual conversation about it. And I don't think my content is the right place for it. So, but I definitely don't think it's wrong for anyone who does conduct their stream that way. A place called Prophet. Off the top. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks. And blocks. We will kill Solemn. Skyclave Apparition. Finally getting some creatures with our Vivian, which is good. Build it. I mean, the Vivian's been great. We managed to get the Vivian out, and the Vivian is kind of swinging things in our direction, I think. Leave the bigger one for the future. Vivian, make a Reacher. Triome. I still expect our opponent has a Wrath. But with Vivian, it's not the end of the world. Opponent plays a land. 3 cards. Yarion in the Companion Zone. Yeah, Skyclave's very good. All right, so opponent does have a Wrath. Sure. Board is clean. Ish. Except we have the Planeswalker. And another one in hand. And they get the, oh, just a Yarion? All right, all right, all right. Top card's Duress. Well, take up Vivian. Make a Reacher.
I love making new friends.
Cycle the Triome. Pass the turn. Yeah, I guess we'll attack. Get in, hit ya. Next turn, we can Duress and Garruk, and then that means Garrick's going to resolve. Yarion's not good on an empty board, and I think we are getting there. Exclamation point deck will take you to the deck list. All right. Yeah, pass the turn. Do your worst opponent. This Vivian has been absurd. Yeah, I don't know if we talked about that. Did we talk about Arena being delayed on mobile? That's like the most predictable delay ever. I'm actually shocked that they tried to say it was going to happen in 2020. The odds of that are just they seem so small. Like, Arena is barely working on PC. So I'm kind of very unsurprised that they decided mobile wasn't happening this year. Although it's got to be a bit of an embarrassment just because I try to listen to all the earning calls, and their CEO mentioned Arena coming to mobile like the last 3 or 4. Like, I think it's been like several in a row. That was one of the big main things that he talked about, was like, coming this year to mobile, it's going to make us, piles of money. So even though I don't think it's like super surprising that it didn't work out or hasn't worked out yet, since it does seem hard. Opponent, are they an early good gamer? Well, take the dispute. Well, this is a good game then. Garruk! Ebriel Brazier! We'll blow up this Yarion. Now we'll GG back, because it probably actually is a good game now. Go to combat, hit ya. I mean, 2 Planeswalkers. What you gonna do? They did have the counter. We played around it. Every once in a while, we actually are semi-good at Magic. Pass the turn. We have a new donation from Aberiel Blazer with a $5 donation. Anti-fascism should be partisan. So, I mean, I think that... Ooh, wait, can we mutate this off the top of our deck? Only 3? This is kind of cute. Take down. Mutate. I mean, it's going to get countered. Thank you for the donation, Aberiel Blazer. Well, we still get to get a creature, which will be Broodmoth. Take up Garruk, make wolves. Scryland. We'll keep the Remorse. Hit ya. And this one does feel pretty over. Yeah, I mean, I I think that's true. Everything is partisan today, though. That's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that. Thank you, good for the donation. There's a lot of stuff that I would think shouldn't be partisan, but we live in a world where everything is partisan. So, rightly or wrongly, that's just like the world. Like, I think what really drove this home for me one time is I can't remember. I think I tweeted. I'm trying to think of the exact words that I said, but it was something like, personally, like, what I believe in is, loving other people and treating other people with respect and kindness. And as long as you're doing that, you're good in my book. Like, that is actually basically what I believe. I don't have a super strong, like as long as you're doing that, that's all I really care about. Like, I don't really care about the rest of it. And that was taken as some big, like, partisan thing by a lot of people. It just kind of blew my mind that, like, saying, like, be nice and respectful to people is somehow considered partisan. That's just, like, it's so crazy to me. But yeah, that's a world. So I think because it's just so easy for this stream, hey, good game, Ron. Because it's just so easy for the stream to get derailed and become just this huge political conversation, I think the easiest choice is just to try to avoid it altogether. At least that's the choice that I've decided to make. Is it just I want the stream to be about fun and playing Magic, and if I thought that we could have political conversations and the stream would still be a fun, like, about playing Magic atmosphere, then I might be okay with it. But I just the way anything that is even, like, slightly political goes on the internet, I can't imagine that would actually happen. So it's easier just to focus on Magic. But if you ever want to talk about, what I believe politically or personally, I'm definitely super open to that. I just don't think stream is the place to do it. All right, so that was Nethroi, and I guess we should wrap up the deck really quick, and then we'll try some games with the Mono Black Enchantment deck. So Abzan Nethroi, I actually think the deck was pretty good, and we didn't do it justice. You could argue our record was 2-2. You could argue we should be at least 3-1. And some self-inflicted, especially the Aghadim's Awakening misclick. Like, we went from 100% to win the game to 0% with one misclick, playing it as a land instead of a spell. So I think it was a little better than the record suggested. And I like Nethroi. It's one of my favorite cards in Standard. It does cool things. It works good against all the people milling you in Standard. So I like the deck. But we got time. We got time for even more Magic. And we got another donation. The donations are pouring in tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. From Kenton FDW. Crim has the best BM idea. Rock as your commander. Turn 1, sacrifice Jeweled Lotus, and then play Fling on Roggic. Get him for 0? I think the new Roggic, or whatever it is, I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but I think that is one of the sweetest cards that they've printed so far. This is a Sultai Kicker list. We're not going to play it tonight. We played it in the past. It's actually very similar to a basically mana base upgraded splashing for Bloodchief's Thirst version of the Budget Magic deck. But it's actually a lot of, right down to the bubble snares. It's actually a lot of the same cards. So that is that deck. But what we are playing, and we'll probably play that in the future, I still want to kick some more at some point. I still want to try the Incinerator deck. But for the rest of tonight's stream, we are trying out Mono Black Enchantment. So this is like an Ephemia aggro deck. So the idea of this deck, we had a few things going on. Ephemia is our big payoff. We can do some self-milling stuff, make a bunch of zombies, beat down in the air. Our other big enchantment payoff is Hateful Eidolon, which allows us to deadweight things, Mogus's Favor things, Myers Grasp things, and draw cards, or maybe we stick like Demonic Embrace on our own creatures and they die. We get to draw cards. We have Luris to get back our Hateful Eidolon real odds. Recast our removal from the graveyard because they're all permanents. And Skyclave Shade, the big new addition. Just another recursive threat. Mire Tritons, and also Temerate Calls the Dead. Mill stuff over. Crawling Barons in the mana base. Castle Lockwain. There should be more of those. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong here, but I feel like in a deck where you're playing enough swamps that it should never come into play tapped, or very rarely, I feel like Castle Lockwain is so good you should always play 4. Like, that's kind of what I feel. Sideboard, discard, removal, and that's about it. A Maze Mind Stone. So let's raise about a blank enchantment. See what happens here. Let's see if this deck's actually sweet. Oh, wow. If I had thought of it earlier, a political commander clash would have been sweet for this weekend. That would have been a good one. This week though is Halloween week, which means Bojack is Halloween flavored, right? Hey, what's up, David? So far we just been Nethroing, but we're gonna try mono black enchantments. I went historical for my Halloween deck. Someone finished Bojack. It's definitely, it's worth it. Riley just went 22-2 with this deck all the way from Diamond to Mythic. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Huh. I don't know if I've ever actually noticed this art on Deadweight. It's a pretty friendly looking Deadweight. All right, we'll try it. I mean, we got Ephemia, we got the Deadweights. We'll see what our opponent's doing. Kenrith would be Kenrith would be obvious, but what other commanders would work for political themed games? Ooh, I mean, Feldegriff I think is another classic, I would say. Let's play Mire Triton. I think Feldegriff's another classic one, because it can target anyone. What are other commanders that you can target opponents? There's like group hug style commanders, but I don't know if they're exactly the same as... Oh, Zedru. Yeah, Zedru would be a good one. Opponent with the beatdowns. Well, ooh, this is a good draw. Havel Eidolon, Deadweight, and draw land like a champ. Yes, yes. Oh, the magic gods have smiled upon us. Down 18. Oh, Zancho's a good one. Zancho and Zedru. What about Evil Zedru? Blim. Is Blim good enough? Aw, we wanted that opponent. We just want to draw some cards. Lovestruck Beast. Well, play... Let's play Ephemia. Deadweight, the 1/1. Scorching Dragonfire is annoying because we can't even lure our stuff back. K down to 16. Exile Deadweight. Make a 2/2. Well, going wide. How will Commander Legends be released on Modo? The actual draft format is coming to Modo. So you can actually do the full-on Commander Legends, draft, play against other people, the whole deal. So I'm actually excited to try it. I think it's going to be sweet. Oh, voting cards would be good too. There isn't a ton of them, but there are some vote cards, which I think would definitely be good inclusions. Well, let's just play Luris. Now that we have 2 of them, even if our opponent kills it, I guess that's relatively fine. If they don't kill it, then it's even better. Coin flip, coin flip theme. Coin flip theme. I can kind of see the political aspects because it's like a 50-50 thing. Like, you don't know who's going to win. I guess I can see that. Innkeeper. Probably going to have to kill the Innkeeper. This has got to mean they can kill Luras, right? Or they wouldn't play this with a Deadweight in the graveyard. Alright, Primal Might Tribal. Come on, land! Land for Luras and a Deadweight would be our optimal turn. Down to 17. Alright, there's a land. So, land, Luris. Dead weight. Kill the innkeeper. Hitchia. Down to 10. Pass the turn, Yoda Man! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you have more than one Lurus and companion it? No, you can't. Do you have another one? How many Primal Mites are you playing, opponent? Ooh, alright. Shatter Skull smashing. Well, let's attack. It's such a weird looking attack, we might get some damage out of it, yeah. We should probably attack more aggressively like that. Just to try to get the free value. Ooh, Demonic Embrace is sweet. That is a good one. We will get rid of a Lurus. Castle Lockwane. Go. Demonic Embrace is good. Opponent can't even attack with a Lovestruck piece. They're counting up the damage. Another Innkeeper. And a Questing Beast. Yeah, we'll block. Drop to 13. Mill some cards. Exile a Mire Triton. Demonic Embrace. Discard Castle Lockwane. Drop to 10. Mire's Grasp Innkeeper. Hitcha. Well, this is it. Can our opponent top deck? They need a top deck this turn. Whoo! Alright, opponent cannot, and we got it done. Yeah, those are... Oh, the swaps are so good. They're so expensive on Arena, but it was totally worth it because they're so sweet. Yeah, I think the Grasp was worth it there. Yeah, I've seen Jeweled Lotus. It's busted. I mean, it's obviously busted. It's really good. It's very, very, very strong. If you haven't seen it, it's a Black Lotus, a literal Black Lotus, except you can only use it to cast commanders. The 199 price is ridiculous. There's no way. But I do think that card is going to be very expensive. My concern with buying it would be, I think there's a realistic chance that it could be banned. So I would be careful about running out and spending a ridiculous amount of money on it, because I think that's a pretty realistic possibility that it could get banned. So, wait, what's Gavin? You should link me Gavin's comment. They did the stream right as I was starting the stream, so I didn't actually get to see the Wizard stream. And I didn't get to see the Wizard stream. Oh, that's pretty expensive. What are we going down? I didn't get to see the Wizard stream, but I wouldn't mind seeing the comment from Gavin. Amateur CMD with the Prime Gaming sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We gotta cut things. What are we cutting? Couple Mire Tritons. Mogus's Favors. We'll go one Feed the Swarm and... Maybe one Mire's Grasp? Actually, maybe we don't. Alright, let's not Feed the Swarms. Let's try it like that. Alright, let's see this comment. A week ago, Gavin told us, I can't guarantee there will be 0, but our goal is definitely not to make a bunch more Arcade Signets and Thrasioses. Don't get me wrong, the set has many strong cards that we'll see play, but we are generally trying not to make cards that will go in almost every deck of a certain color combination, or cards that obsolete already popular commanders. That's really important for the long-term health of the format. I guess this is why he said it wouldn't be 0. Alright, hang on. I am interested in what Gavin's response was. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's not good. Not good. Many mulligans are happening. Well, we're keeping this one. It's still not good, though. Bottom and... Bottom and hope for the best? Alright. Hey, y'all! This is a very eye-popping card for everyone, as I'm sure you'll agree, and as a result, we played with it a lot. We knew it would be a controversial card in the set. I mean, it's a Lotus, which is why we premiered it on our stream. There are certainly some decks that will be happy to play this. It's particularly good with high CMC commanders to get something like Goto on the table relatively early. There's some 4 CMC commanders that are strong to turbo out if this is in your opener. That said, I believe this is far from a staple. Tons and tons of commander decks don't want to play this. You're welcome to quote things back to me about it being a staple after we play with them, if it turns out to be the case. Commander games... Alright, let's play our land. Commander games are generally long and about resources over time. Spending cards for quick bursts, for example, Dark Ritual, it's generally not as strong strategy in Commander because it expends so many resources for a quick advantage. Additionally, this mana is even more limited what can be used on, and this, of course, assuming it's in your opening hand. In many decks, this card will play weaker than a 2-mana rock. One of those provides mana that can be used for anything. Will continue to pay dividends as the game goes along. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to see Untitled Lotus that gives you 3 mana for a single card is horrible. I certainly expected to see play. There will be games where it is very good, and especially Magic Strong and CDH where often accelerating towards your combo or huge play with your commander, but a staple across a vast majority of decks would be a surprise to us here. The RC is very aware of this card as well, and will be keeping an eye on it to see what happens. Happy to try to answer your questions. Thanks, appreciate the feedback. Obligatory Wizards playtesting joke, I'll just make it for you. So the argument is basically it's not good. I don't know. I don't know if I buy the... I don't know if I buy the it's not good argument. that seems like a bit of a stretch to just be like it's not good. I don't... It's got to be a staple, right? Could it really be just straight up bad? Clothes is super obnoxious. Super obnoxious. Well, play Luras. What did our opponent... I was looking at the... Our opponent must have mulliganed a lot, too. How does our opponent not have any cards? We mulliganed to 5. Why is our opponent also out of cards? Sad News Bears with the gift sub to Archon in Sans Pineapple. That's the way to eat pizza. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I mean, Soul Ring is a bad top deck late in the game, and it's, you know, the best card in the format. Do I believe for a second they playtested it? I'm sure they playtested. I mean, who knows what Wizards' exact playtesting, you know, is like. It's hard to say for sure, but I'm sure that they playtested it to some extent. Huh. Alright, let's kill this. Draw a card. Play a land, play a Femia. No attacks. Gotta exile it, because if we don't, Clothis gets it. Make a dork. If we get empty-handed, we can start drawing with Castle Lockwood. I mean, I just don't like the swinginess of it. Like, I feel like we should look at commanders. We should look at commanders. I mean, this is all happening on stream, so maybe Gavin is more correct than we're realizing. I haven't really gotten a chance. My initial gut reaction is it's insane and most decks would want it. But I also haven't... how do we do this? Let's Mire Triton. Mill a couple cards. Mire Triton. Go attacking. Oh, it's Questing Beast. Not good. Not good, not good. Yeah, we gotta leave it. This Questing Beast is the issue. If our opponent can pump this, it's just gonna like one-shot us. And that's very frightening. Like, let's just look at the top commanders in a minute. We'll do it after this game. After we finish this match, let's just look at the top commanders and actually think about it. Think about how busted it actually is going to be. Because it's probably fair to actually, like, think it through rather than just being like, oh, it's a Lotus, so it's obviously, like, insane. Don't kill us? Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, now we're very likely dead. So this kills us immediately. Yeah, we're just dead, right? Ember Cleave! Yeah, it's insane with Luras. I mean, it's obviously busted with Luras. So let's look at the top commanders and think about... So let's assume you're playing this on, you know, turn 1-ish. So how good are these commanders? So Omnath, too many colors, that doesn't work. Golos, very powerful. Like, if you turn one of Golos, you're gonna have played like a Soul Ring or something, for one thing, or a Mana Crypt, and you're going to have a Golos, and you would have gotten a land with Golos. If you get like a Cataracts, you're not that far away from starting to spin Golos. So Golos seems absolutely busted. Like, that seems, you know, insane. Anawan, maybe we go to past 2 years rather than what people have been building this week. Past 2 years. So Golos, Madroltha, 3 colors, a little bit tough. Not great on turn 1. Although, I guess it actually is pretty insane with the Lotus, because you get to replay the Lotus immediately. But the 3-color thing means you couldn't be doing it until, like, turn 3? 2? Atraxa, too many colors. Corval, too many colors. Kenrith, very powerful, but not, you know, game-ending, I guess. So if there's anything that I can see that would keep it in check, it would be that a lot of the most popular commanders are 3 colors. And you only had 1 color mana with the Lotus, so that's going to help keep it in check. What if we just look at monocolored? Like, what monocolored commanders? Because I think monocolored 2-color definitely take the most advantage of it because you can just cast them directly. So let's say you're playing mono white. What's the most busted thing you can do? Sram, whatever, that's already cheap. Teshar is actually pretty good. Like, and it triggers Teshar, so that seems like a pretty good one. Early gotta turn a Ketra can obviously run away with the game. You just, like, play it, then play a couple things, and have, like, 20 power on the battlefield. Early Lyra, I guess, is a good threat. Thalia could be very obnoxious. I think Grand Arbiter Augusty the Fourth is sneakily pretty busted. Wait, we're not timing out, are we? Okay. Urza, bonkers. Talrand, very strong. Emery, bonkers. Sai also works pretty good with it. Those all seem really good. Teferi Temporal Archmage coming out on turn 2, probably going to close out the game. In black, I'm sure there's something you can do with Carrick. Like, there's got to be something with Carrick that's insane. Iara. Huh. Oh, Skitherix. That might be one of the scariest ones. Just like, turn one Skitherix, there's a decent shot that you can just one-shot or like kill someone before they can respond to it. That really puts your opponent to needing like a pretty specific type of answer, like a Swords to Plowshares type answer very quickly. So that's one I would be That's what I would be a little concerned about. Yeah, Yawgmoth, you kind of. I mean, Yawgmoth is powerful, but you do kind of need additional creatures to really make it go off. So just by itself, I don't think it's that scary. My opponent Bone Crushes. Well, Temrat calls it dead. Mill some stuff. Eat a Mire Grasp. Mega Zombie pass the turn. Yeah, we'll keep looking. And these are just the most popular commanders. Remember, these are commanders that are built without having a Black Lotus to play them. So it's also very possible that the most busted thing to do is something that isn't just the most popular commander, but something that works specifically well or synergizes with the Black Lotus. I mean, Neheb? Like, even Neheb. Like, Neheb might be one of the most busted ones. Turn 1 of Neheb, then you're just getting, what, plus 4 mana every turn? So on turn 1, you Neheb. On turn 2, you attack with Neheb and get 4 extra mana. So you're just going to have way more mana than your opponents for essentially the entire game. That seems pretty strong, I would say. Hmm. 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 Well, play Luris. Hateful Eidolon. Goo. I mean, if it wasn't for DM being bugged, well, I mean, so turn 1 is assuming that you have something else like a Soul Ring, a Mana Crypt. So it wow, all right. So opponent's got all the removals. Sure, gets in, hits us down to 16. Shade Bottom, Buyer's Grasp. I guess we keep. I'll play the land. Shade. Temrat calls the dead. Exile. Temrat calls the dead. I guess we're just like zombie tribal. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. The thing is, if there is a commander that it's busted with, that's all it takes. It doesn't have to be busted with, every commander to be insane. It only takes, a few commanders where it's super busted. Like Godo, you can go infinite, right? Like Godo just wins the game. If you get... Well, I guess you still have to equip. And then in green... Boy, I wanted to do a lot of removal. Galta? I guess a little bit more than turn 1 for Galta. Hey, what's up, Destructor? How are you? About it. Passes. We mill. We exile Temrat calls the dead. We exile the Mammoth. We soul shatter the Bone Crusher. We get in with the zombies. Hit ya down to 7. And Mono Black looking good. Why ban Lotus if Ring, Ban, Vault, and Crypt are better? Well, Ring, Crypt, and Mana Vault should all be banned too, in my opinion. And I don't think we need more of those cards for sure. So let's use... Well, I guess we keep... let's keep Aghanim's Awakening. Oh, I think... No, we don't quite win. We're very close to winning. So Mire's Grasp the Ooze. Well, this went pretty well. I hope you're having a great day too, V-Stoke. So what do you think, chat? Is it actually busted? Or is Gavin right? Is it just okay? I would be sad if Soul Ring goes away, but Crypt Vault can because I don't own any and never will. Wow. Did our opponent punt? How did... I was looking at chat. How did they die there? Couldn't they have gained a life and saved their ooze? Busted. Open to be busted. How do you draft this set? I don't understand how it works. So Commander Legends draft, it's basically like a normal draft, except Chapin says it's not busted. Does Chapin play Commander? I honestly have never heard Chapin say anything about Commander. So, I mean, it's obviously not busted in like Legacy because you don't have a Commander to cast, but is Commander coming to Arena? No. There's no signs that Arena will ever get Commander. And if anything, whenever we actually have heard things from Wizards about it, the answer is mostly no. So, yeah, Arena might have just died. Did it do it for other people or just me? It's dying for me. We might have to reload. You never know. Arena's been in a little bit of a buggy place recently. Well, now you get to see my beautiful desktop. So, Commander Legends draft. You draft it like normal. You have 8 people. You get 3 packs. You pass them around. The main difference is your deck is going to be 60 cards, and you're going to have a commander, or partner commanders if you want to, but you basically build a 60 card commander deck. The biggest difference from commander is because it's limited, you're not limited to a single card per, a single copy of a card. So if you draft somehow 2 of the Jewel Lotuses, you get to play them both. That's more common with like commons, obviously. So you're not restricted to the singleton rule. And then I'm not 100% sure. I would assume that you break into 4-person pods. So your 8-person draft would then randomly split into 2 groups of 4 and play against each other. I am pretty sure you don't play an 8-player game. Chapin compared to a slightly better Dark Ritual, and since it's nowhere near broken, he didn't see the Lotus being broken either. I mean, I might quibble with slightly better. Like, yes, it is true that the end result is close to the same. I guess you're plus 3 mana with the Lotus, you're plus 2 mana with Dark Ritual. I think that underestimates color identity in Commander, though, because being colorless in Commander is huge. It's not like constructed formats where like, whatever, I want a Dark Ritual, I play a Pluto Delta in a Watery Grave, or I got a Verdant Catacombs, and I snag an Underground Sea in my whatever color deck. But because Commander has such strict color identity, being colorless is a really big deal. I mean, for the Dark Ritual comparison, I mean, even if we assume that it's Dark Ritual is pretty close to a staple. It's played in 12% of the decks that can play it, which limits it only to black decks. That actually is, if we go to like just the top black cards, that's actually a lot higher than you think. Like the most played black card, 30% Demonic Tutor, which is insane. This should be 100%. But then that would put Dark Ritual as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th most played black card in the entire format. So even if it's already... Dark Ritual is a staple, but it can only go in black decks because of color identity rules. The Lotus is clearly upgraded from Black Lotus. You're getting extra mana, and it's mana of multiple colors. I mean, isn't that kind of... Even if it is a slightly better Black Lotus, or a slightly better Dark Ritual, doesn't that give you a... Isn't that still a very strong card at a minimum in Commander. I mean, I don't know. I guess it is a card that's very unique. We haven't had something that is 3 mana specifically for commanders or anything even very similar to that. So, ooh, Swarm Shambler, eh? Well, I don't like giving our opponent a token, but we might as well kill it and draw a card. Especially draw a card. Get in for one. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see when you play it. I think I just don't like the swinginess of it. I feel the same way about Mana Crypt and Soul Ring and Mana Vault. Like, the problem with those cards is it just leads to games that aren't fun. Like, that is my argument for banning them. Which is funny because, like, I know they did, like, on Command Zone, they did a research project about those cards. I think this was a couple years ago now, and they're like, "Well, you don't even win that much when you have turn one Soul Ring," which is probably true. I don't doubt those. I don't doubt those stats. The thing is, yeah, I guess we exile Myers Grasp. The thing is, my argument against those effects is not necessarily that they make you win too much. The problem is, one of two things happens. Say you have someone that has the turn one, like, even just turn one Soul Ring. You have someone that has turn one Soul Ring. There's two paths forward for that commander game. One path forward is the rest of the table. The rest of the table, arch enemies. The rest of the table, arch enemies, the person that has the Soul Ring. And that's not an especially fun way for a game of Commander to go. So I think that's like a poor outcome for a game of Commander. But that's one possibility. The other possibility is a person that has the Soul Ring just runs away with the game and, pub stomps everyone else. And that's not a particularly fun way for a game of Commander to go. So my argument against those cards, and I think by association, the new Black Lotus card, is not necessarily based in like win rates as much as I don't think it leads to fun games of Commander for the table. I think it mostly leads to someone feeling bad. Either someone gets hated out, and rightly so, because they have, as much mana as the entire table. If you play Soul Ring on turn one, you have 3 mana. Everyone else makes their land drop. The rest of the table has 3 mana. It's the correct thing to do. Like, it sucks, but it's the correct thing to do to hate that person out. Or it leads to one person running away, and then you got 3 people who are like, oh, I want to do like my cool commander stuff, but instead I'm just getting run over by the person that went Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, play a 6-drop on turn 3, and that was the game. So, can I ask you what you guys are talking about? Is it something concrete like a ban announcement? No! What brought this all up is Commander Legends spoilers. And the hot topic of the night that we've been talking about and other people is the new Lotus, Jewel Lotus. A Black Lotus, a literal Black Lotus that only makes makes mana for your commander. So that's what's brought it up. How good is that card? Is it bannably good? Femia, eh? I guess that's fine. I'll play a land. I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to mill it anyway. Alright, Temrat Calls the Dead. Mill some guards. Exile a Mire Triton. Get in with a Shade. Hit ya. Where can I find the Mono Black deck list? I will add it right now to the chat for anyone who wants it. Shade Part 2. Ship the turn. Does anyone still play Historic? I was thinking about that recently. I think I'm doing a I think I'm doing a historic budget magic next week. Hopefully people are still at least somewhat interested in the format. Exiled Deadweight. I mean, historic is it's still pretty fun, right? Yeah, historic definitely needs more deck lists. It's slowly heading in a good direction, I think, as far as deck lists are concerned, but it's definitely not all the way there yet. Well, we definitely need to. Demonic Embrace. Discard. Temrite Calls the Dead. Staking on the Eidolon. Silverfox, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Historic is best format. I mean, I enjoy Historic. Well, good. Well, then my decision to make a historic budget magic was justified. Yeah, I think I will be playing a lot of historic once Kaladesh comes out because Penharmonicon. That's all I care about, Penharmonicon. Well, kill the Garrick. I actually think Garrick's really bad. I've never really didn't like it in that green deck we played of Richards. It's just never impressed me. Vivian impresses me. Big Garrick impresses me. But 4-mana Garrick, it never really seems to be good for me. Ooh, Bant Adventure Chulane. Oh, we should probably play more Chulane. Chulane's a really sweet card. No, Zombie Scry. Bottom. 1, 2, 3. Mogus's Favor. Exile. Bonus axe. Sure. Play the land. Go to combat. Attack. Yeah, let's just attack with everything. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Attack with the crew. Get in there. T-Beams, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. How's Standard going? Still haven't come back since in the curry least. Time to get back in. Yes, it has definitely improved drastically. Huh. Wait, why is this? Oh, I see. Well, exile. Kill the beast. Draw a card. Opponent down to 4. Lethal in every possible way, and I think we're good. Is the budget deck a historic arena in general, or an artisan deck? A deck with only 4 rares. So the deck is built with the arena economy in mind, but I think 4 rares is a smidge on the extreme side. So it is more than 4, but the budget is based on arena. I think it's actually, all right, so I believe the deck is 4 non-land rares in the entire 75, if I'm remembering correctly. So there's a single playset of a non-land rare, but then if you throw lands into it, there's a couple of playsets of dual lands. So I think it's like 12-ish range of total rares. Well, Demonic Embrace Part 2. Attack, attack. And opponent scoops it up. Is Cataclysm good in Commander in anyone's experience? It is very strong, but it is a card that will get you hated out. I guess I would say check with your playgroup. Check with your playgroup and see how they feel about mass land destruction. Some playgroups perfectly okay with that. Other playgroups, or if you just play with random people that you don't know, other groups, they will be very upset. So, yeah. I mean, I think that's the main issue. It's obviously a very strong card, but make sure your playgroup's okay with it before going too crazy. Well, alright. Run it back. This deck feels pretty strong, I will say. Oh, Winter Orb's pretty brutal, too. Winter Orb, I mean, I'm pretty accepting of all kinds of hateful cards. Like, that's one of my favorite ways to play Magic. And even I try not to do that in Commander. Like, I really don't play Blood Moons. I don't play Winter Orbs. I don't play Mass Land Destruction. Because I feel like my take on Commander is the way that you should play it is to try to make sure that the entire table has fun. So if there's someone that just is not going to have a good time, that's a consideration. On the other hand, if you're trying to win a 1v1 game on Arena or Magic Online, all is fair. Like, not only do I not feel bad about, like, turn 1, Simian Spirit Guide, Ritual, Blood Moon, game over. I love that. That's one of my favorite things to do. But I feel like you have a responsibility to the playgroup in Commander. So that's why I intentionally try to stay away from playing those style of effects in Commander in specific. Well, kill you. Hateful Eidolon's a pretty sweet little card draw engine. Gonna hit ya. I mean, I played Nevriel just to slow people down so I could win combat damage like a civilized person. I mean, is it only good? I mean, it is about the only good mass land destruction card in EDH. Well, I mean, like Armageddon, Wildfire, Cataclysm. Well, I guess we just keep enchanting your stuff. Well, just keep drawing lands. I'll get in at you. Down to 18. Deshares, welcome to the Fishbowl. I definitely have Apocalypse before. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Apocalypse, wow. Oh, I feel bad for our opponent a tiny bit. This is just not lining up for them. Now you get to play Luris and a land. Wow, this is like the best I could imagine our deck ever possibly being. We're just sniping. We're like a control deck. We're like a control deck. We're just sniping every single possible creature. There is we're going to do it again. It's still happening. It's still, oh boy. Oh no. Oh, it gets better. Hateful Eidolon Part 2. Then we will do it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think we've just kind of hardlocked him. I'll play a land, go in combat, attack you. Ephemia. We will decline. I like those enchantments. Whoo. So I take it you'd hate this. Abzan, land destruction. Ooh. So I actually think targeted land destruction is pretty fine. Like, you're still going to get people mad at you, but I think you'll probably end up just, like, getting destroyed if you play targeted land destruction. Because you have 3 opponents making land drops, so even if you have a land destruction spell each turn, you're really not making a dent. And I think what'll happen with that plan, I'm actually like fine with that deck. That deck wouldn't bother me at all. I'm actually fine with that deck just because like I think you just get killed. Like if you go and you're like, okay, Stone Rain you, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, that's super annoying. I want that land, and then I'm gonna attack you for the rest of the game. So on the other end, like Armageddon, and I will say with the mass land destruction, I don't want to make it sound like that's not acceptable. I choose not to play that way because I know some other people don't like it, and I want everyone to have fun. If your whole play group enjoys it and is down with it, go for it. Like, that's the beauty of Commander. So it's not like a blanket, like, no mass land destruction. And I do think there's even some exceptions. I think mass land destruction is a finisher. Can be fine. I think the worst mass land destruction is mass land destruction when you can't win the game. When you're just like, turn 4, like Armageddon you, blow up all the lands, you do a little like Beavis Butthead laugh, and then everyone's just like, come on, you know, we were trying to have a game here, you don't even have a board, now no one does anything forever. Like, but if you can like, if there's a way that you're blowing up all the lands and then winning the game because of it, then I think you can make an argument that you're just winning the game. How different is that than like storm comboing or casting a big Crater Hoof Behemoth? Like maybe psychologically it feels worse, but really if you're gonna kill me within like a turn or two because you blew up lands, the worst though is when you're like, okay, I have an invisible stalker or something, or a Lano. I got a Llanowar Elves on the battlefield. I'm gonna blow up all the lands and try to attack everyone with my 1/1 for 120 turns. That kind of plan. Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh, this was a fun stream. I think that this mostly brings us to the end of our stream. So what did we learn tonight? We still have a couple decks left over to play in the future. Gruel is still on the list. Sultai still on the list. We also got to play Modern next week as a birthday gift for someone. So we'll be moderning thanks to a donation. How about Pure Steel Paladin with Shield of Cauldron and World Slayer? That was a weird game. So Mono Black Enchantments felt good. We didn't get in a ton of games with it, but it did feel good. Gruel Luca Tokens is horrible. Absolutely horrible. It was one of the arena decklist dump decks, and whoo! Yes. I don't even know if it's redeemable. It was one of the worst decks we've played in a long time. Anyway, everyone, some quick reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube. That's where you'd find the old streams. More importantly, on the normal YouTube, check out the Commander YouTube channel. That's where Daily Spoilers is. If you miss them, they've been going up there every single day. Also on the normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up there as well. Commander Clash tomorrow, a Sweet Modern Much Brew tomorrow. So tons of sweet stuff going up on the YouTube. Keep an eye out on all the Commander Legend spoilers. One more reminder that our sponsor tonight, who is pretty excellent and awesome, and has all your Commander Legends cards in hand, is, well, not in hand, up for pre-order, is Card Kingdom. And if you need a $160, wow, that's $160. If you need a $160 Jewel Lotus or any other Commander Legend stuff, you get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Most importantly, yeah, it went up X4 during the stream, up 300% in 3 hours. That is pretty impressive. Love your Cherix video. What do you think about running in Modern with Phoenix? I think that could be fun. I mean, it's like a kind of casual or against odds Modern deck. I don't think Phoenix is fast enough to really be competitive, but Cherix, one of the best cards to play with Phoenix. Anyway, the raid is coming, everyone. Last but not least, thanks to all of you. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out, for donating, for being awesome. Have an amazing weekend. If you're playing Magic, if you're not playing Magic, I don't care. Have a great time. Live life. Love it. All that good stuff. And I will see you on Tuesday. No Monday stream next week because of spoiler season. So have a great night, everyone. Have a great weekend. See you on Tuesday, and I will talk to you soon.